You are listening to the Beaverton, North America's trusted source of news.
This week on the Beaverton, inflation raises to 2.4% in September after too many Canadians were affording food. Trump orders construction workers to begin literally demolishing parts of the White House because metaphors are for pussies. And the Toronto Blue Jays advance to the World Series final in a massive victory for ticket reselling bots. Let's get some news into some ears. It's time for the Beaverton Weekly Report for October 22nd, 2025. Welcome to the Beaverton Weekly Report. I am Ian McIntyre, filling in for Luke Gordon-Field, who I think is still just in a joy coma after the Blue Jays Game 7 win last night. And speaking of, here after doing donuts in a stolen car for the entire day until she showed up to the recording, we have one of our usual panelists, Clare Blackwood.
I'm dedicating this episode to George Chelston Springer III.
Please tell me that's his real full name.
Oh, of course it's his real full name.
He sounds like an old-timey billionaire.
I know.
Like whose family owned railroads or something.
And also hits massive 3-run home runs. The best kind of billionaire.
The only good kind, Frank.
The only good kind.
Well, fantastic. How you feeling today? How's your day?
I'm feeling phenomenal. I was up way too late and I had a little too much wine and we're feeling great. I have cried multiple times today watching videos of Vladdy crying and Springer hitting a home run. And don't judge me, I'm seeing your eyes. Anyway, revealing all about myself now. But we're feeling good. I'm really thrilled.
Excellent.
I'm so yeah.
Toronto needed this.
We did.
We did need this.
Even if we get crushed by the Dodgers starting pitchers lineup.
Which I'm told we will.
We might. It's a heavy possibility. It's still great for us.
Well, speaking of all of us, we also have another guest panelist with us here. Back by popular demand from last week, we have the co-host of the Villain Was Right podcast, also on this podcast network, Mr. Craig Fay.
Hey, thank you very much. I feel like back by popular demand is like you've got another week of the substitute teacher.
But the substitute teacher everyone likes.
Yeah,
sure. Wheel out of TV.
Oh, we are watching Last of the Mohicans, which for sure is not a movie they still put in school. Sorry, that's just where I went to for my grade school. And I'm just realizing now how problematic that was.
Hey, mine was Wrath of Khan, so frankly.
My physics teacher one time in high school showed us Ernest Goes to Jail. And justified it off like there's electricity and magnets in it.
Oh, you know what? My high school teacher showed me the scene from Deliverance.
Oh, no.
And then he was oh, yeah. And then he was like...
Wait, that scene from Deliverance?
That scene from Deliverance.
What other scene is there from
and
Deliverance?
And then at the end, he was like, so what do you think? Who is going to jail for this? Like, what are the
Probably not Ned Beatty.
What are the legal ramifications of what just happened here? And we're all like, we're in grade 11. Shout out Mr. Cole.
I love how, what class was that again?
Law.
Okay, at least.
So he was showing you...
it was like Jim.
He was illustrating the law by doing a crime by showing a bunch of underage students Deliverance. Yeah. Excellent. The system works.
I love how technically anything can be law.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
Well, your teacher's gross violation of the law actually leads us really nicely into our first topic.
Oh, fun.
Which is apparently this week, Mark Carney and the Liberals will be introducing a bail reform bill. Ooh.
Oh, that's good for my teacher then.
I mean, I hope he's not still out on bail. That sounds like it happened many years ago, and he should be brought to justice. So in the election that we all remember very clearly from April, Mark Carney ran on
Was that only in April?
Seriously, only in April. Doesn't it feel
Time flies, eh?
Holy shit, right? Too many things are happening. Too much news, I say.
Too much news.
I would rather less news. So Carney, he ran on a bit of a tough on crime liberal agenda. He wanted to kind of steal that from the conservatives. So he was like, we liberals, we're going to get tough on crime. We're gonna reform bail, because apparently bail is too easy to get, or at least that's what people keep saying in Canada. So just to start us off here, what is bail? How much do the three of us know about it?
I would say bail is what I do if I go to a house party and there's no cats there.
Boom!
Boom!
Take that, you catless parties.
I mean, I think it's the money that you pay so you don't have to be in jail, right?
So here's the thing.
It's given back to you.
Yes.
If you show up. right?
Okay, so funny you should mention that. Cash bail in Canada, apparently not so much of a thing.
Really?
I was looking this up. Apparently cash bail is more of an American justice system thing because their justice system is bad.
And ours is just less bad.
Yeah, exactly. In need of reform.
Same common law, but bad.
Still pretty bad.
Let's start talking about prison abolition.
Jury nullification.
All words I've heard on TV, I definitely understand.
I object.
So yeah, although in Canada, like our Charter of Rights and Freedoms basically says like the Crown, the prosecutors, they have to make a case for why you should be denied bail. That's more how our system works. Whereas down there, it's like, hey, do you got $1,000 on you, or can you get $1,000 from a bail bondsman?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
So you're saying like in Canada, if I committed like some sort of like minor crime, like shoplifting or something like that,
Yeah.
I would just go in front of a judge and the judge would be like, yeah, you're out on bail, and I wouldn't have to put any money up or anything like that. I would just be out on bail until my trial.
Sometimes it's assets or things like that, but it's less like cash in hand. It's less like when you leave your 20s.
It's like when you leave your phone at the bar. So like,
it's exactly like when you leave your phone at the bar.
Or your ID at the bar when you take the pool balls out. Yeah.
That's the bedrock of our entire justice system.
Yeah. Bar analogies.
I live a very streamlined life.
I go between jail and the bar.
One of these is the problem.
Well, that's why you've been in jail so much. So yeah, this Liberal bill, what they're focusing on is they want to focus on repeat offenders who've been charged with like serious offenses. People like home invasions, we got like violent car theft, assault, sexual assault, extortion, or human trafficking. Those all sound pretty bad. Mm-hmm. And I'm surprised to learn that it was easy to get bail on those things before.
Yeah, like I was reading this and I was like, oh, bail reform, like full disclosure, like my sister was a criminal defense lawyer, and like
cool.
You'd hear her say things about like, you know, it's a lot of problems with, you know, especially unhoused people being like, and then they're in the system and it's the problem and everything like that. And so like, I kind of heard like, oh, bail reform, we're going to get tougher on bail. And you're like, that's probably not good for a lot of people. Yeah. And then you see it pitched and you're like, oh, maybe someone who did human trafficking shouldn't be out on bail. Like maybe that's
I feel like that's pretty high up on the list.
Yeah. You do one human trafficking.
Yeah, everyone gets one.
Yeah, everyone gets one.
Right?
Like, I feel like in contrast, it's like, I got arrested for shoplifting.
Yeah.
It's maybe a whoopsie. We'll figure out what happened. No sense you losing your job over this. I think if you get a human trafficking thing, you're like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they maybe put your face by the door.
Yeah. Give them your watch or something before you walk out of the courthouse.
Exactly. Better come back for the watch.
Oh, you gotta come back.
So basically how it works right now is apparently in our system, the way they want to change it, Carney wants to change it to a system that they call a reverse onus system. That's going to be a system where people who want bail have to prove that they deserve bail before they get bail. Apparently, originally, it was a reverse onus system, which was too complicated and wasn't working
like,
very well.
Like, what is this? I got 4.
Yeah, there were reverse cards and all that kind of stuff.
Sometimes the judge would be like, you've activated my trap card. And it's just
So yeah, like it used to be a thing where the prosecutors, the Crown, would have to be like, that guy shouldn't get bail for X reasons, and the onus was on them to prove that. And Carney, for serious offenses, wants to change it to this reverse onus system where the human trafficker has to be like, here's the thing.
It was one time.
I got the free one already, but... they also want to be able to impose consecutive sentencing for like violent and repeat offenders. So, you know, you got like 5 years for one human trafficking and 6 for the other one.
Could they not do that before?
They could. The judges could. They want to make it so like you have to. The judges have to. Like mandatory kind of things.
I don't know.
So apparently Carney said his government's met with like constitutional experts, police forces, justice ministers, and they're like, this can definitely withstand a charter test. How soon is it going to fail a charter test?
Like yesterday?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, when human rights people are like, we don't know about this, that's when I start to question things. People who are smarter and more educated in this than I am, I'm going to listen to them.
Yeah, and I'm willing to bet that the people that will be, quote, hurt by this the most are not going to be these, like, the murderers, the child abusers, the you know what I mean? Like, I think... I just have this thought that the system's already pretty hard on those types of things.
Sure.
And it's going to mostly fall on, like, minor drug possession charges and all the things that do ruin people's lives.
For sure.
Because you lose your job or, you know, because you're in jail for 3 weeks before you can get a trial.
Yeah, jail, no fun.
Right, yeah.
No one likes being there.
Classic quote.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny you should mention... Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just on the front of the jail. Jail equals no fun. Welcome to Kingston, baby.
That worked for me. I saw that sign and I was like, no, none of that for me, thank you. I will stay out of jail. Except that one time I ended up in the drunk tank in college. But that's a long story.
I love that prisons have jingles now. They're like, prison, it's not a good time. Stay out of prison.
Hey, man, advertising
thank
works.
You.
Well, it's funny that you should mention that thing of, like, I imagine that it's going to hurt people on the lower end of the spectrum. From the Canadian Civil Liberties Association, they obviously, you would imagine, they strongly oppose these bail changes. But they say that because they're like, there's no evidence that bail causes crime. We don't even really have basic numbers, like how many people commit new offenses while on bail. There's a shockingly limited amount of data about this.
Yeah, that's a thing that you should definitely have.
You'd think so, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like this is like we're playing with people's lives here, and apparently across the country, because this is all, you know, going from federal, like sent to, you know, this justice reform bill is federal, but this all goes down to the provinces who have to administer it.
Yeah.
And no one wants to collect data together.
No, I mean, numbers make it harder to lie about the crime rates, Ian. You can't scare the masses with data.
Well, it's funny you mention lying about the crime rate.
This is the tagline for this episode. It's funny you mention.
That is my go-to segue. Substitute host. So Pierre Poilievre, as we can imagine, has been stumping on bail reform for as long as he's had a microphone. This has always been his thing. He's always been like, we need bail reform. And then people are like, why? And he's like, reasons.
Yep.
Right now, he is complaining that not only are they doing bail reform, but that they're not doing his bail reform. Because he's got an act locked and loaded and ready to go, and it's got a typically Pierre Poilievre dumb name. What do you guys think the name is?
I know what it is, so go for it.
Like something. I like bail on justice or something. I don't know.
It does rhyme, if that helps.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Stupid and it rhymes.
Bail fail.
Oh, I wish you were correct. That's way funnier. That's way funnier than the real one. Claire, what's the real one?
Just jail, not bail. I think it should be something like Priz, not Riz. Like, something cool.
That'd be way funnier.
Right?
Although we know if there's one person in Canada who has no Riz, it is Pierre Poilievre.
Yes, that's true.
Also, it's so funny that this far after the election, which was apparently only in April, Mark Carney's thing continues to be eating Pierre Poilievre's lunch.
It's never not funny.
Yeah, it will never not be funny.
Oh, I know. It just Mark Carney walking out there and being like, yeah, I don't care about being a little conservative. Do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then goes, bitch, and just walks off the stage.
Yeah, they're breaking so many microphones in Parliament from him dropping the mic all the time.
Please stop dropping these. The economy, sir. And he's like, I don't care.
But he also doesn't have any Riz, so it's just like the most Rizless mic drop, unfortunately.
He just kind of clunks awkwardly.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? You're right. He doesn't have any riz about it. But it's, and I've always said this about Mark Carney, is he feels like he's the adult in the room. And this feels like Pierre Poilievre is like, I don't think we should have class anymore, and recess should be and then Mark Carney's up there like, all right, everyone, we've got to go home because there's asbestos in the school.
Pierre Poilievre eating the asbestos.
Yes. Oh. But that's the different tone, right? Like, if you elect me student council president, we'll have recess all the time.
Yeah, so Poilievre has been pushing on this stuff for, time immemorial, because that's what the conservatives do. They're like, hey, do you not like crime? Crime is real bad.
Crime is so scary. Listen to us.
It's so scary. Except if you look at the statistics right now, 2024, they reported that crime overall was down 4% after a couple years of increases. The overall crime rate is going down. Violent crime is slightly up. It's a real wash.
Yeah.
But if you ask people, polling Canadians, 80% of them say bail is too lenient and it needs to be raised. So why is that?
I mean, the simple answer to me is that media coverage of this person was out on bail and they recommitted a crime, which is maybe, 1 in a million or whatever, but sort of the media is right to report on it because it's probably a tragedy. But the frequency isn't, it's like, there's probably not thousands of people out on bail who don't commit another crime, who aren't dangerous offenders, but we only hear about the ones that are.
Yeah, because like I said before, it's in conservatives' best interest to keep the populace scared, right? The more likely, the more you fear the people around you, the more likely you are to vote in their best interest. It's like the immigrants eating your pets thing, right?
Right.
It didn't happen, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was a direct quote from J.D. Vance. It didn't happen, but it doesn't matter.
Basically, yes.
But yeah, it's that thing too of social media. I feel like that just amplifies bad edge cases. It's easier to pass around this one scary story about this one guy, and it all becomes very anecdotal. And in fact, if you look at crime, the crime rate in Canada, it's down 30% from its peak in 1992. Apparently things were buck wild in 1992.
Yeah.
What the hell was happening in Canada in 1992 that crime was 30% worse?
We just got too excited about winning the World Series, man.
Oh, no. We do need to reform bail now.
Right away.
Before we win the World Series.
This week, maybe. Oh, no.
Although, to that point, when
I did kill someone when that happened.
I did. I was 8, and I smothered a man with his own baseball bat. The hardest baseball equipment to murder somebody with, by the way.
Anything you picked would have been easier.
Yeah.
Smother someone with.
The cleats, anything. Just no, but when Canada won in hockey, I think at the Vancouver Olympics, I had a girlfriend who worked downtown, Queen and John Starbucks kind of thing, and that was a crazy time to be in Toronto because you could literally hear the whole city erupt in celebration. And I went to go pick her up, and people were in the streets, but then the lights would change and they'd run off to clear way for traffic. Yeah. And she was working with some people from South America, and her coworkers said this is insane. If this was South America, people would be tearing this city apart. And we as Canadians are moving back onto sidewalks when the light turns green to allow cars to pass through. So that's the contrast in crime, right? We're a fairly peaceful place, even in Canada's biggest city, when we want to flip cars and looking at you, Vancouver.
Yeah. Come on, Vancouver. You're making us all look bad.
George Springer, I will flip a car for you if you win the World Series for us.
And that's a Beaverton guarantee.
I'm just picturing Claire out there with a car jack to get it up.
Oh, she didn't say all at once. Just gradually.
Just slowly putting planks of wood on each side.
Over the course of a night, you're going to see that car get fucked up.
But it does seem like that's something that you should have statistics on, because I feel like us sitting here, we're I don't know, that sounds good. And they're maybe there shouldn't be this, and maybe crime is bad, but that's the biggest statistical thing, and that should be based on a risk assessment sort of scenario where you go, listen, people with this who commit this crime, like shoplifting, for example, rarely, if ever, recommit while on bail, and it's not worth the resources of having somebody in jail, which is guards and food and blah, 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 and lost jobs and whatever, to do that. But then on the other hand, you're well, how many murderers re-murder when they're out on bail, and you're like, that's a statistic we should know.
We should write that down.
We should write that down. And that's insane that we don't have that written down.
Well, keep an eye out for this week. Coming soon, Mark Carney's big bail reform bill, which definitely will be the most exciting news to happen in Canada this week. Well, speaking of other news happening in Canada, AI is coming to Canada. We're finally getting that.
Woo.
Like Canada Family Feud, we get it a few years after the States gets it. Right now, data centers are becoming the big thing all across Canada. Apparently, at least 8 projects are currently underway, big AI-focused data centers being built. The federal government is pushing this along. There are ones in Quebec City, Nanaimo, Etobicoke, which is the part of Toronto none of us ever really go to, unless there's like a Service Canada that you got to go to there, something like that. So these are mostly being used for artificial intelligence, and these data centers, they require thousands of densely packed, high-performance chips, all operating around the clock and all generating a lot of heat. Apparently, these data center buildings, they'll be anywhere from like 10,000 to 100,000 square feet. They'll require up to 100 megawatts of power, millions of liters of water annually for their cooling systems. Craig, you're the smartest person I know. Is that a lot?
It's a lot. I think it's pretty safe to say anytime there's like millions of something, it's a lot. Maybe not sand, but like first of all, full disclosure, you're already preaching to the converted. I fucking hate AI. It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's
You mean this podcast of comedians are not fans of AI?
I love it.
I basically just released a whole comedy album that is doing nothing but ragging on AI. So like
Speaking of Craig's comedy album, World's Deadliest Cat, available now on Spotify and other AI-fueled platforms.
Yes.
Ignore that part of it and just listen to the good comedy.
But like I was like, okay, I keep hearing that they take millions and millions of liters of water. And I was like, that can't be right. And I was like, sure, maybe they need a lot of water to cool, but certainly it's like a closed system. Like they're just recirculating a bunch of water. And I looked into it, and no, they're using evaporative cooling in a lot of these things where they're literally like evaporating. Like they can't get the systems efficient enough for it to be a closed system. So they end up spraying water on all the heat transfer fins and like
going around with a hose.
Essentially, that's it. Like your refrigerator, right? It's got that hot coil on the back, and that like takes the heat from inside the fridge and puts it into
I've
the
heard
room.
myself on that.
Yes, of course. And basically, the AI data centers are doing that, but the coil on the back gets so hot that they then spray water on it to cool it down, and that just evaporates into the atmosphere. That's a very simplistic version of it. HVAC people, don't at me, but like, but I was like, and so I went from like, this is probably misreported to this is insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, even more insane, apparently it's potable water. Like they can't even use like garbage water out of the creek. It has to be like water you could drink because otherwise the impurities in there mess with the systems. Why are data centers getting the good water?
I think they just wooed Mark Carney with sweet, sweet words of fiscal conservatism. Like, hey, like daddy banker. Give us the good shit.
Maybe like, oh, you want the good water?
Oh, I want the good water, baby.
Yeah. We're like 3 steps away from data centers being like, can you take the fluoride out of the water? It's not good for our computers.
Oh, they're like that guest who comes over to your house and are like, did this water come from your Brita filter?
Oh my God.
It's from the tap? No, thanks.
No, thanks. Also, I'm vegan.
And like, we spend all of these resources on something that has objectively made everything it touches worse.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I for one, can't wait to like ration my water in a couple years so my relatives can be fooled by flying cats on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right?
Are we getting anything out of ChatGPT or these generative AI programs yet? Okay, yes. Flying cats, you're right. But like, are we getting anything out of them that justifies this amount of water use?
I don't think so. Like I go back to I was looking on Google how to do something on my computer. What used to be a very simple Google thing. What is the keyboard shortcut for this on Mac on this program?
Sure.
And first of all, the AI summary thing comes up, and it's wrong. So, and I know it's wrong, but you spent that like 30 seconds because it's the first thing that pops
Craig,
up.
it's shaped like an answer.
It's shaped like an answer, and it was, and it did have like the keys, but those keys don't do the thing you need it to. So then I'm like, yeah, I need to find an article on this. And then I go in, 2 or 3 things deep, and I start reading, skimming through it, and slowly become aware that this is also an AI written thing that's brought stuff together from the internet. And again, it is also wrong. And it is not telling me the correct keyboard shortcut. So I have to go back to Google and go keyboard shortcut, blah, 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 Reddit. Finally go to Reddit. So it's a real person telling you it's, Control-Shift-5. And I was like, thank you. That's all I needed. So like water. No water for that.
No water for that. They don't get water for keyboard pros.
And also, oh man, and I'm sorry, like cut me off at any point because I could go forever on this. But like,
no,
I've
take the task.
I've seen reports that basically all of the AI data centers and the energy usage from that has basically offset everything we've done with renewable energy.
God damn it!
Since I don't know the time frame on it, but it's like. Solar has gotten so cheap, wind has gotten so cheap, and we're just like eating all that energy up with like data centers that are literally burning money, drinkable water, like,
but at
and,
least
and
you
making
don't have to
everything.
write your own university papers anymore. So there you go. It's all worth it, guys. Case closed.
I don't even have to write my suicide note anymore.
Jesus Christ.
The AI told me to do it, and it said it would write the note for me.
And that's where I want my water going.
Although it turns out it's plagiarized, so I don't know.
It said, love Mussolini?
Say what you will about Ian, but at least he made the trains run on time.
It's all there in the
According
note.
to his letter.
According to the letter.
Also, I think Mussolini was dragged into a square.
Yeah, he definitely didn't get to write a note, let alone a kind note.
No, he did not.
I think he had one of the more horrific deaths of any dictator ever. But anyway.
Oh, it's such a stupid joke, but I always remember it. Early seasons of Friends had some great dark jokes that would come out of nowhere. Joey made some reference to his grandma being like the 6th person to spit on Mussolini's hanging body.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, geez, guys, that's way darker than I remember this being. Anyway. All right. So our federal government, they're courting these people to come here. They're courting people to come build these data centers, use up all our water. Apparently they like Canada because our climate is colder, which to me is like, why are you not building these up in fucking Kapuskasing or northern? Go more north. We got tons of space.
From a thermodynamic standpoint, probably like it probably is more energy efficient to run a heat exchanger under like Lake Superior or something, where it's like
be kind of cool,
or it's always cold,
dope.
like. But then, the little devil in my head is like, should we really be pouring that much heat into the deep lakes and like
wake up the kaiju, wake them up, let's go.
That is in the top 10 things that would happen for sure.
That's our new national defense plan. Awaken the kaiju. That's in the fall budget. It's coming.
Who's it in Georgian Bay? Who's the monster in Georgian Bay? I forget that. Okay.
No.
There is one. I forget.
Is there? I go there every year.
I know too much of this bullshit.
Okay.
Ogopogo is out in Okanagan Valley.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. But yeah, we definitely wake that up. It would be
Canadian kaiju, baby.
Yeah. It'd be Pacific Rim, but like Upper
Polite.
Michigan Peninsula.
Polite. Oh, hey there, just gonna stop on your city. Don't mind me. Rawr.
Well, nobody be concerned because Canada does have its AI minister on the case. We do have an AI minister, apparently. It's Evan Solomon. Who was quoted as saying, I don't want AI to be, it's all just hype, it's just confetti, it's going to be great or it's going to be doom. We've got to be practical. And bear in mind, Evan Solomon is the guy so dumb he lost his job because he was accidentally doing art smuggling.
Okay, but hear me out, Ian. The guy doing art smuggling is in charge of technology that steals art. It's perfect.
Oh my God. So this is a real, like, they hired Ocean's 11 to catch the thieves.
Yes.
That's the logical consistency there is too good.
No notes.
It's
You go, Evan Solomon.
the call was coming from inside the data center.
Evan Solomon already on a boat in Portugal or something like that, made away with all of the AI art.
George Clooney's there for some reason.
How did I get here? Oh, man. Well, it's not just Evan Solomon, though. Apparently also overseeing harms from AI. The online harms is going to be looked into by Stephen Guilbeault, who is our heritage minister.
Okay.
Which I just wanted to mention because it's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard, that we've got cutting edge technology, and who do we put on the case? The heritage minister.
Oh, boy.
AI models have been exclusively trained on the log writers.
Log writers waltz.
Log writers waltz, yeah. And the old CBC, what was the nature one? Jokes are better when you actually land the reference. Hinterland.
Hinterland Who's Who.
Yeah, there we go.
You all remember those commercials? Oh no, Claire, did you not watch too much television as a child?
Apparently not.
They would be like a little documentary film about like the Arctic fox or something like that.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Oh, they were nice.
Oh.
It's weird. I remember as a kid, Canadian television commercials used to be just full of like government mandated filler. Like you said, like the Canadian Heritage Minutes or the Log Driver's Waltz. I saw that so many times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And now it's just ads for reruns of Big Bang Theory. So we're all,
Bazinga.
And how Nestle wants your data center water.
Big Bang Theory actually has more to do with AI than the Heritage Minister. And yes, it's now down to Microsoft or Nestle who gets all of our drinking water first. The last thing I just want to mention about AI, are we doing all of this? We are doing all of this at a time when financial analysts are absolutely predicting an AI bubble burst. This is all I keep hearing in the financial news, which I definitely keep up on. Like AI-related stocks and data centers currently make up 44% of the S&P 500's market value.
That is wild.
That's too much, right?
Too much.
Yeah. But those guys also bought the Trump administration, so maybe we're not getting the full picture of how this is doing.
Well, those guys can't be wrong then.
But like AI, people keep saying like, okay, it's all based on these use cases of like one day it will be doing everything.
Yeah.
It's not doing it yet, and we haven't proven it can do all of that, but one day it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean there are things that it is good for, like not necessarily the large language models, but like protein folding, right? Like, which is a very like
I'm
hard
nodding like
thing.
I understand.
Yeah,
that.
it's like basically you've got these very long, think of these long complicated strings, and they have to be folded in a certain way so that all the laws of physics are obeyed and whatever. But the specific shape determines what it does. And finding this out has been a nightmare for scientists. And then they were able to figure it out using machine learning, and that's great. And that's what it's good at. It's good at finding tumors in a CT scan.
I was just going to say it can be extremely useful for medical, legal purposes, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because it's pattern recognition, prediction, and then there's a human on top of it who's like, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We're going to operate now or we're not or whatever. So it's really good for these sorts of things, but it's being shoehorned into all of these things that is, again, objectively making everything worse. There's an AI thing in Excel. And it doesn't even add things properly.
I don't want to use Excel.
Right?
I don't want to be there in the first place.
It's like, and even as a creative person who's very much against AI, and like AI actors are terrible, and but captioning, it's great, and that's good for accessibility. Yeah. But there's no way that all of those use cases are worth 44% of the largest 500 companies in the United States, the biggest economy in the world.
And our water.
And our water. Yeah.
And 200% of our water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like a Great Lakes worth of water to run these things so they can hallucinate and hit on children and oh God. Anyway.
Well,
I get so worked up.
Well, let's try and cool down a little bit. Let's all calm down with some fun news. We are going to focus our Beaverton muscles right now. We're going to focus on Saskatchewan. What's good in Saskatchewan? Well, it's time we talked about them. We haven't talked about them in a good while.
I love that for them.
For some reason,
they're super happy.
You're welcome, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
For some reason, this podcast just talks about Manitoba and skips right on over to Alberta for some reason.
Oh, we love a Manitoba.
Oh, God, Manitoba, the most interesting province.
So okay, first off, what do we, the three of us, collectively know about Saskatchewan?
I mean, definitely know how to spell it in the first try, that's for sure.
That's one thing where AI might help.
Canadian Mississippi.
You know what? I did look this up, and it says, I love this. The first thing it said was just, it's home to the world's largest T-Rex, which gives me a lot of questions, personally.
Like
because it
still?
doesn't say, like, T-Rex bones. It just says T-Rex, and I'm like, what are they hiding? That's what I want to know.
Claire, don't ask questions.
Shit. Oh my God, it's real. I knew it.
We're getting a note from Saskatchewan right now, and they're being like, hey man, keep it on the DL.
XOXO Scott Moe.
The T-Rex is their minister of AI.
It's their heritage minister.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey, he remembers olden times.
Yeah.
That's a great heritage minister.
And the only other fact about Saskatchewan that I thought, I mean, no, not the only one, but the other one was that it has more NHL capitals more NHL players per capita than any other province, which makes me think that they're probably building them in labs.
Ooh.
Like Shohei Ohtani in baseball.
Like built in a lab from the parts of other,
Frankenstein styles.
Yeah. Those are my Saskatchewan facts.
I was just going to say corner gas, so you got me beat twice.
Yes.
It's flat.
It is flat, yes. Grain.
I know that about
I hear
it.
grain. Rough Riders, that's a thing I've heard.
Breadbasket of Canada.
Yes. Potash.
Oh, they're the
Potash?
potash ones.
They're potash?
Is it potash or potash?
Potash.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, because it's literally like how they used to make it was like you'd burn stuff in a pot and like put water over it, and like the ashes that would settle to the bottom were like the potassium whatever.
Oh,
and that's why it was called potash. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, and then like they found it as a mineral and they
it's
mine
used
it.
in fertilizing.
Yeah. Apparently I know a lot about potash.
Hey, I learned a lot about
Me
potash.
too.
This is fantastic. I like how I keep hearing about potash as like the great thing we could use in the U.S. trade war. Like, hey, what if we withheld potash? And the answer to that is always like, they would invade us immediately.
Really? Oh, damn.
That would be apparently that'd be such a red line.
Oh, wow.
Like if we were like, well, we'll keep this from you, they'd be like, okay, we're sending troops now.
I don't even think I've ever thought about potash once in my life.
No, isn't it crazy how there's like all these like traded goods that run the world, and we're like,
Yeah, potash. Pot. Like, I know.
That's as far as we got. So Saskatchewan, we're going to start with some good news. Apparently their minimum wage recently went up.
yay!
The bad news is that it only went up to $15.35 an hour, which is the second lowest in the country.
Ooh.
Boo. Yeah, only after Alberta. In Alberta, it's $15 an hour and a fuck you.
Danielle Smith wanted to get rid of wages entirely, but they wouldn't let her.
I also love the implication that fuck you is worth the 35-cent difference.
It offsets.
Yeah, it offsets. You can take this fuck you to a store and buy penny candy with it.
Fuck you, bucks. Fuck bucks.
Fuck bucks.
Yeah, so apparently they're
Not the
estimating
kind you want.
the bad kind of fuck bucks, exactly. The Beaverton Weekly Report brought to you by Fuckbucks. They're not as good as money. So apparently, yeah, $15.35 is pretty low, especially considering that living wage for Saskatoon would be like $22.72. So it's hard out there in Saskatchewan. Apparently, it's also cost of living is bad there. I thought it would be good there.
Well, I just, because I thought maybe this, I mean, Jesus, I'm a couple years behind, but I thought the cost of living in Toronto was like 22. Mm-hmm. That surprised me that it's the same, or...
Yeah, it's like $22.67 in Regina as well. Like that's to afford a one-bedroom apartment.
That's
Right.
wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Let alone like one of those grain elevators if you wanted to rent that, which I also is one of the only things I know about Saskatchewan that they have.
And I assume that all one-bedroom apartments come with them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
That's why they're so expensive.
Right,
They come
yeah,
with
yeah.
each apartment comes with its own grain
Live-in
elevator.
grain elevator. Well,
Yeah.
everyone needs one out there. That's how they make the potash.
Where are we going to put the grain? It's wild to, like, being in Toronto. I guess I'm kind of, like, isolated or insulated from that, but it's absolutely wild that there is a cost of living crisis in outside of the major
Everywhere.
cities. And I'm sorry, Regina. I'm sorry.
It's a lovely
You're
city.
It's a
very
lovely
pretty.
city, but it's you would think Saskatchewan, just low density province, would not have that problem. Same thing with Nova Scotia, and that
Halifax
sort of thing.
is brutal right now.
And you go, why? To what end? How?
Greed. To the end of greed.
Yes.
Entirely. Well, speaking of greed, apparently Scott Moe, his Saskatchewan party, they're the ones who are in charge out there, they are in power right now, but a former Saskatchewan party insider is saying that there's an all-out war within that party behind the scenes.
I love this.
I know, right? Apparently at a recent Saskatchewan NDP convention in Saskatoon, which is another place in Saskatchewan that I knew about for sure. Former Saskatchewan Party MLA, he was Speaker of the Legislative Assembly, Randy Weeks. He cut up his Saskatchewan Party membership card. He joined the NDP and he spilled all the scenes on his old party's behind-the-scenes drama. Is Saskatchewan politics secretly exciting?
I love this.
Sounds like.
Messy bitches. It's like this week on Real Politicians in Saskatoon. Randy bitch slaps Scott Moe and pushes him in the pool.
Splashes a glass of wine in his face.
What'll happen next week? Danielle Smith visits, get too drunk, talks about Mar-a-Lago.
Gets shoved into a pile of grain.
And then next week, it's 22 minutes of them talking about potash. It takes a real mid-season dip for sure.
We don't have a full season of this.
No,
We don't.
we got like 10 minutes.
So what was the dirt? Like, is it just infighting?
It's infighting. Like Weeks is saying, like there's internal bickering behind the scenes. Most of it is about the income support program that they're saying isn't actually supporting anybody's income at all. And a lot of it is because the Saskatchewan Party's been in power since 2007.
That's crazy.
How crazy is that? That's insanely long. Like, for reference, Michael Bay's first Transformers movie came out in 2007.
And they're both ruled by Decepticons.
Yeah, Scott Moe does turn into a tank.
or grain silo.
He just turns into it and sits there.
Blum, 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 blum.
Doesn't move, doesn't attack, no laser guns.
It's where we store our grain.
And yet Megan Fox is still in that movie.
Just looking weirdly sexualized in front of a grain silo.
It's just, that's how he fights, though. He's just like, come on, stand in the grain. I won't hurt you. Just stand in the grain.
Michael Bay.
It's not dangerous. Just stand.
Tagline for the movie.
Just stand in the grain. Grain elevator is super dangerous. Anyway,
Transformers, Saskatoon. Just stand in the grain.
So one other thing that's popping off in Saskatchewan right now, radon gas.
oh yeah,
Apparently. That's bad, right? Craig, do you know?
radon gas is bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the worst
It
gases?
causes lung cancer.
Yeah. It's natural, like uranium basically decomposes in the atmosphere, the crust. It's like a natural, just radioactive decay.
Mm-hmm.
And it decays into radon gas, which is like a noble gas, but is also radioactive. And it just seeps up through basements and is there. And it's like everywhere on the world. It just collects in basements.
Yeah, so this is what I'm reading. Apparently, researchers at the University of Calgary found in a study that apparently it's in 1 in 3 homes in Saskatchewan.
That's
right
a
now.
lot.
That's too many, I'm going to say.
Too many.
There should be, for sure, some sort of province-wide thing of like get detectors. And,
Yeah.
Like I have a radon detector.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. because I was like, I'm going to exercise in the basement. And then I was like, maybe I don't want to be inhaling radon. And then I don't have radon. I do have a carbon dioxide problem. But
Oh, no.
carbon dioxide's the good one?
Is that better than a radon problem or worse?
Short-term worse? Long-term better? I don't know.
Okay. Geez, now I gotta get a radon detector. Oh, man.
I'm sorry. But if you have a basement, you should have a radon detector.
Okay.
Well, good thing for me.
Apparently, researchers at the University of Calgary also found that 10.3 million Canadians live in homes with too much radon, above the guidelines. Why are we not talking about this all the time?
It's a cover-up plot by big lung cancer.
You mean tobacco?
Yeah, there we go.
This is like, to go back to our bail thing, this is a thing we have numbers on and people should be concerned about. There's 10.3 million homes in Canada with a radioactive gas in their basement. It's like, but what if people get out on bail and recommit a crime?
Ooh.
Why am I not seeing this on TikTok?
Why aren't there dances to this?
Well, maybe there will be, because apparently it turns out that November is Radon Action Month in Canada.
Oh, yeah. I genuinely thought you were joking about this. I've never heard of this in my life.
I Googled it. It's a real thing. There's a website and everything. How are you guys celebrating this year's Radon Action Month?
I'm going to sell t-shirts on my website, clareblackwood.com, that say, Radon, more like Radont.
Radon is the
the most tortured pronunciation that could have been.
Thank you. I'm an actor.
Raid off was right there too.
Right?
Raid
so
don't.
much cleaner.
No, it's Radont.
Not even Ray don't. Ray don't.
Like you forgot the apostrophe.
No, I did not. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Well, that's how they pronounce it on Real Housewives of Saskatoon. Ray Dawn.
Girl, Ray Daunt, bitch. Don't even.
Ray Daunt is my favorite housewife on the show.
They call her toxic.
Because she mostly lives in basements.
I think I've already done my part for Radon Awareness Month, honestly. I was aware of radon.
You're like, check that off already.
And I'm also gonna grow a mustache for it, but just because I don't want to shave. I got married last month. I can let myself go.
Yeah. Your wife will love it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful mustacheless wedding. I saw it. It was quite lovely. Well, that brings us to the time in the podcast where we're going to take a quick break. We are going to thank you all very much for listening. Thank you for being here with us right now, lending us your ears. Tell your friends about this podcast if you get a chance. Please refer them to their podcast app of choice. That's where we are. You can leave a review, maybe 5 stars. That would be nice. If you're on Spotify, leave us a nice written review. We really love reading those. You could tell a friend. You could post on social media about it. If you'd like to help monetarily, we have a Patreon right now, patreon.com/thebeaverton. Where for as little as $4 a month, you get extended episodes. In this episode, we talk about Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry, and apparently they are dating right now, and we find that very amusing. We also have discounts on merch, exclusive articles, polls and quizzes, and just a lot of really nice people who are supporting the Beaverton and helping us keep the lights on. Yeah. We'd actually like to start thanking some of those people. Right now, I just want to shout out Charlene Brenzal and John Field. They were 2 of our very, very first Patreon supporters. I taught myself to change the field so that I could read the chart. Aww. They were in there the first. That was very, very nice of them.
Yay.
And this month we were also joined someone named Rachel Posthumus, which I can't imagine is a real name, but if it is, it's a lovely name. And it's great.
It sounds like a gladiator.
Right? Yes. Definitely a gladiator.
Of the Montreal Posthumuses.
And Derek Dodgen. Those were 2 people who just joined this month. We've had people joining all the time, and it's really fantastic. It's really helping us make the Beaverton bigger and better and keeping us going. So thank you very much for doing that. I also just wanted to shout out, we got a couple of nice comments this month. People weighing in on our debates about Girl Guide cookies. People had very hard and fast opinions about those. Mad Hatter commented on, I believe, our Patreon saying, "Ew, mint Girl Guide cookies. Give me the chocolate and vanilla packs." Thoughts?
I mean, that's very strong. Mm-hmm. I respect their opinion. I like mint chocolate cookies. It's one of the only ways in which I actually like mint. I'm not a huge mint person, but I dig mint chocolate.
I'm a huge mint chocolate person. I'm a mint chocolate apologist. Mint chocolate ice cream all the way.
I like how you said it as if mint chocolate has hurt people.
People act like it has. Like they're like, I have gone to ice cream shops and I'm like, you know what, I really feel like a little mint chocolate chip ice cream, and people are like, that is disgusting. And I think you're one or the other on it. I think it's like cilantro. And so I'm a big thin mints, mint chocolate chip kind of person.
So you can keep your chocolate and vanilla wafers.
See, I love the mint chocolate. I think they're very, very good. I will still say the only thing in this Canada versus America trade war that I will say is they have the superior Girl Guide cookies. Like Samoans and all the caramel clusters and stuff they have down there. That's the one thing I would smuggle across the border.
Ooh, all right.
We're going to get a little tin boat and make a run across Lake Ontario. There we go.
Or we just kidnap some Girl Guides for America.
We'll be out on bail before we know.
And with that bail callback, it is now time for the approximately 10-minute long quiz.
It's the approximately 10-minute long quiz. Brought to you by Time.
All right, it's the approximately 10-minute long quiz, which is frankly pretty self-explanatory.
How long is it?
What is it?
God damn it, you guys.
What's a quiz?
All right, first question. Recently, a Newfoundland man took his Honda Civic in for a routine oil change, but was shocked to discover that Canadian Tire had instead repaired his car using what household item?
For a common household item, I'm going to go with the other broken down Honda Civic that's on their yard up on blocks.
Like just took the parts from that?
Yeah.
That's way too sensible for the answer of this.
I'm going to say a plunger. I don't know how, but I want it to be true.
My other thought was like some sort of coffee filter or like K-cup or something like as an oil filter. I was like, my brain was scrambling to be like, or you know that trick when you were in college when you'd like had a hole in your wall and you put like a cardboard box in there and then just painted it over? No, only me. I'm picturing that, but on a side panel of a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
It's a Honda Civic. Who would notice? I don't know why I have it in for Honda today. Anyway.
They make reliable cars.
They do make good cars. What am I talking about? Except when their cars are repaired with the real answer, which is zip ties.
Oh.
Apparently the man picked up his car, started driving home down the highway, and realized it was held together with zip ties.
Jesus. That's safe.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So no points on that one. And definitely no points for Canadian Tire, who repaired that man's car with zip ties.
0 points for you. Negative points for you, Canadian Tire.
So coming back to Toronto, today, Toronto Blue Jays World Series tickets immediately sold out, and some are blaming Doug Ford for scrapping a law meant to do what?
Guillotining bandwagoners in the streets.
That law would have helped.
Yes, it would have.
I was going to go with a law that would force every team in Toronto to perform as well in the playoffs as the Maple Leafs.
Oh, why would you want that?
Thus decreasing playoff ticket demand across the board.
Yeah.
God. That hurts.
Like a real no one can be better than the Leafs kind of law.
Yeah.
It sounds very Canadian.
Yeah, we're not a city built for playoffs is the problem.
We don't have the infrastructure
Claire's
for
looking
it.
at me like, it's fine.
Well, Claire, you'll have a different thing to get mad at. The real answer is there was a law meant to cap ticket resale prices, and it was one of the first thing Doug Ford's government axed in
That's
2017.
wild.
And now Blue Jays tickets are going for $11,000.
That is wild.
Correct.
Wait, so you looked at this today, and that's for real?
Yes. People are they were gone within minutes, and people are reselling them for $11,000.
You could buy a zip-tied Honda Civic for that.
like at least one.
Right?
Yeah.
What's wild to me is like the resale company is the same that's selling the tickets. Like, I don't know how that is allowed or legal. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It's infuriating. I just want to see them play in game one. And it's like, yeah. Would you like to pay rent this for the next
Year?
6 months, or yeah?
No, you're right. That's not a year's worth of rent.
Or
That's
see
6
the
months
Blue
worth of
Jays.
rent.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, All right, moving across the pond. A New Zealand company is making a splash selling non-alcoholic wine intended for what demographic?
My original thought was cats, but then that's kind of already been done, so I'm going to say babies.
Baby wine?
Baby wine.
I'm going to say similar to that, but children who are forced to go to insufferable and pretentious art shows, because that's the only way I can deal with them.
Did you have to go to insufferable art shows when you were a kid?
No, but if you brought a kid, you'd want the non-alcoholic one. Because I'm saying when I went,
Right.
the only thing that did for me was the alcoholic wine.
Right.
Ah. Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
You know what, Claire? I'm giving you half a point on that one because you were actually pretty close. It's dogs.
Dog.
Oh.
Is it one of those just like, you're not drinking alone if you're drinking with your dog? Or like that kind of thing?
Oh,
You
that's
laugh, but
bleak.
that exists.
Oh,
They make
no.
cat wine. And it was like, hashtag not drinking alone if your cat is drinking. Like, it's...
Do they have a suicide prevention hotline on the box as well? I assume this wine comes in a
No,
box.
because I've bought it. No, I'm kidding. I haven't bought it.
This is for the palate of like cats and dogs. So what is it like?
Who's to say? Who knows?
Nobody knows.
I've had dogs and I have walked in on them. You know that little mayonnaise jar full of like fire grease that you keep under the sink?
Oh, yes.
Like that is their wine. Like they, like, you know, you catch them like licking it. That's what I mean. Like, so why are we pandering to them?
Because you're not drinking alone if you're drinking with your dog.
So,
I'm not joking.
It's that's wild.
apparently
That's
this
wild.
is an Auckland-based company. It's called Muttley's Estate.
Oh, Jesus.
And they have brands called Champagne and Sauvignon Bark.
I hate this.
Wait, and
I hate this.
aren't grapes really bad for dogs too?
I looked it up and apparently there's no grapes in it. So what are we even doing here?
No grapes, no alcohol.
Maybe
Wow.
it is just that bacon grease.
That's what I mean.
Cabernet Sauvignon Park. I'm trying to think. Good red wine.
Guys, we gotta...
Oh, I love that. Sure. Yes.
Beaverton listeners, someone has to take the bullet for this. Someone order some of this dog wine and try it and report back on what it tastes like.
Not fit for human consumption.
We'll send you a mug or something to make up for it. But yeah, someone needs to try this and get to the bottom of it.
Oh, man. Poodle Noir.
That's
There we
getting
go.
closer.
There we
Not
go.
bad. Yeah, it's okay.
All right. In Halifax, a woman was charged by police this week after stealing what unusual item?
Sidney Crosby.
He's just lying out there where anyone can take him. Oh no. Halifax, lock that guy down.
Is this anybody Sidney Crosby sitting here? Does anyone mind if I take this? Sidney, it's just sitting here.
Yeah.
Also, I want to clarify, Sidney Crosby is not from Halifax. He's from Cole Harbour. I'm from there. I know the difference.
Okay.
Ooh, my bad.
Is he back in like?
Probably not.
Okay.
He's a lovely man who gives back to the community, but I think he lives somewhere fancy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think my vote for this would be that the thing that she was stealing was the goddamn cannon that goes off every day at noon. Because there's some night owls out there who are just trying to sleep.
Just wheels it down the road.
You put on an orange vest and everyone will just believe that
do
you're
whatever you
supposed to
want.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Brother, we are a university town with the largest per capita amount of bars in the world. People do sleep in past noon in Halifax, trust me.
And people do try and steal that cannon, I am positive.
It's a pretty great cannon.
If you have an engineering school in Halifax, someone's tried to steal that cannon.
It'd be a fun thing. Apparently, this woman, she did not steal a cannon. She did not steal Sidney Crosby. She stole a fire truck.
Dope.
Grand Theft Auto styles.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Honestly, for a bucket list item,
Yep.
yep.
Was she drunk?
I mean,
Yeah, fair.
come on.
Fair.
One too many dog wine.
One too many poodle noirs, if you know what I mean.
She's getting into the dog wine. Oh, no.
So, like, from the
This was
station.
non-alcoholic dog wine. How?
If you believe hard enough.
It's the affinity for fire hydrants.
No.
That's
Like
the,
they were
that's the
putting
common
out.
thing.
Yeah.
So they were putting out a fire, and then they turned their backs, and she made off with the fire truck.
That's even worse. worse.
An in-use fire truck?
That's even worse. That's not cool anymore. I take it back.
Like, part of me is like, oh, you know, they stopped by a Tim Hortons to grab a thing for the station, and they left it running and someone took off with it. That at least is fun.
Yeah.
But like active fire.
The fire's still going.
Yeah. They're yakety saxing through the streets of Halifax trying to
All up and down Citadel Hill. All right. Well, no points on that one except for laughs. Our last thing, I'm going to throw this open to the floor. This weekend, you probably heard thieves executed a daring robbery from the Louvre Museum in Paris. What was the coolest part of this robbery? Real or fake answers encouraged.
Don Cheadle was there.
There was 12. There was 11 of them, and he was one.
There were 11 Don Cheadles.
So I love Don Cheadle, national treasure. I love how that's your Ocean 11 reference.
He was the best part. He was my favorite.
I think he was 11th on the call sheet in that movie.
Most likely. He's awesome.
Doing a
He's doing
questionable
the worst
British accent.
Oi, governor. I'm going to get the diamond. Let's crawl through the window of the Louvre.
Don Cheadle being your favorite Ocean 11 is like liking Donatello as your favorite Ninja Turtle, which is mine, so I can say that with...
Oh, mine was Raphael.
Yeah.
I would have guessed that a mile away from you, Craig.
100%. But it's slightly lame, is all I'm saying. Don Cheadle is an American treasure for sure. You know what? Honestly, and this is a real thing that I felt about this. The coolest part of this heist is just the low stakes villainy of it. Like with everything that is in the news all the time, where it's like, hey, well, it's fascism 2.0. We're like, this feels like a kids movie evil plot.
Yeah. They had a ladder on the side of the Louvre.
Yes.
Like a bucket crane. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And
in
then
broad daylight.
And they stuck away on motorcycles.
And they dropped a crown on the ground.
They did?
Yes, they left behind like the crown of France. Just lying. They dropped it or something. They found it outside on the pavement.
And that's the reveal. It's like, and we meant to leave it behind.
Yeah.
That's the third act reveal.
I'm Don Cheadle.
It was the distraction crown. Oh my God. How French is that though? Like, we don't even need this crown.
We do not care.
We don't care.
It also feels like a thing that Inspector Clouseau would be in charge of investigating.
Yeah.
Pink Panther, little Pink Panther reboot. I think we could all do with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I hope they never get to the bottom of that crime. I just hope it's a cool thing that happened in France forever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, for Don Cheadle, that impression, you definitely win the 10-minute long news quiz.
Thanks, mate.
Claire, in that accent, please tell the nice listeners where they can find you.
Right, so I've got a YouTube channel I do. It's Clare Blackwood, and then you can find me on Blue Sky where the sky is blue. Blimey, at Clare Blackwood.
This is the best thing I've done all day.
That is the best Don Cheadle impression I've ever.
Outstanding.
I'm gonna go blow up some shit.
Craig, thank you again for being our honored guest this week. Please tell the nice people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me at Craig Fay Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and just released a brand new comedy album called World's Deadliest Cat, which is out now wherever you stream music. So go find me there. And I also do the Villain Was Right podcast on this network as well with fellow comedian Rebecca Reed. So check that out wherever you find podcasts. I think we're wrapping up Kind of Scary Movie Month, which we're doing with...
Are they like marginally scary?
Yeah, it's like, Witches of Eastwick we kicked it off with, so like that. But we're rounding out the month with Buffy, the Vampire Slayer TV show.
Show or movie? Oh, show.
Show,
Okay,
yeah. So we're gonna...
So Xander was the villain of that?
We have yet to decide.
Oh, he is.
He is.
We know this.
And I say that as a big Buffy fan, Xander.
And as somebody who's played him.
Oh yes, in the live stage version that gets done done in town on Halloween sometimes here. Yes, well, yeah, thank you very much for listening to the podcast, everyone. Please check us out on thebeaverton.com. We're writing articles, we're making jokes, we're doing satire and stuff like that. And come back next week when we will have another all-new episode. And until then, goodbye. Goodbye. I was trying to do a Don Cheadle, and I fully lost it.
What the hell was that?
No idea. It was worse than his accent. I somehow made him look good. Oh no. Goodbye.
The Beaverton Weekly Report is produced by Andrew Rivamy in partnership with the From Superheroes Network. Visit FromSuperheroes.com to hear more great podcasts like this.